Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Panthers and the Patriots under the lights on Thursday night.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. And it's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. And it's also the time to fight for roster spots and start shaping your roster for week number 1.
The ball is teed up, kicking team looks ready. And we're off and running from Gillette. To return this, Marcus Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft. After a decorated career at UNC, it's Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, his 2nd year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And the Panthers in the nickel set. 3rd down coming. From the gun, it's May. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Bourne will go in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
May on 1st and 10. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. May now from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's May. Henry on the catch. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be second down. Gibson here from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a man who made his debut over a decade and tens of thousands of yards ago. It's Andy Dalton.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show...
Has room down the left sideline at the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. He's got it! And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's second and goal. Here's Dalton to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers pull ahead 6-3 in the first. For the offense, you got to love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Panthers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Going play action, May. Searching what... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again following the sack. He'll get this to Henry. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, Well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taken a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Panthers football. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now Dalton. And that throw just too high for him.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Thielen's got it, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And the Patriots in the nickel for this 3rd down call. Throwing here, Dalton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Pats will take over. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
1st down throw for May. He's got the hook up to Bourne. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll come up 1st and 10. The give inside to Stevenson. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. May. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this 1st quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offenses look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing. It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Here's Dalton. Throw complete to Thielen. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. ETN again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Throw left side, complete. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. from the 48. Into traffic, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on 3rd down. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Moore going to motion over right. On 3rd down, it's Young. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Complete to Tremble. And he gets him around 6 there. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Young looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now a give, it's ETN headed left. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Christian Barmore with the play. 5 men in the secondary for the Pats, 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Running back sent in motion. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, ETN gets it. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. And the Patriots in the nickel for this 3rd down call. Out of the gun, Young. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Now it's Matthew Wright for this field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Prater puts it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Travion Williams now to return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. First throw for the backup now. He's got it over the middle. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here we go, second and very long. That pass is caught by Bell. Decent gain here, but short of the first. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
It's caught. That's Thielen. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Now Young. That's more on the quick slant. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Inside handoff goes to ETN. He's got a gain of 6 there. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They go right back to ETN. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Connection made to Tremble. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This finds Mitchell complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
He's got it! And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 13-point lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The New England offense running out now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To the air, Dobbs. It's complete to Hollins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing is Dobbs. Brought in right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. It's the Patriots facing a 3rd and 9. Now it's Dobbs. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Defense shows blitz. Young. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 27. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Running it here with Etienne. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. Sam Martin on the punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Collects this at the 35. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it's 2nd down coming up. Here's Dobbs now. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. 3rd and long for him here. Brought in by Hollins. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots make it a 1-score game before halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. To the air on 1st down, Young. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. DJ James with the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So we've reached the half of this preseason opener. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder
Patriots
pads
kick team
off,
out there as
but
they
plenty of
send it
youngsters
away.
out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out
Return
to
coming
Kate
from the
Scott.
6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 29. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He just throws this one away. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They send a tight end in motion. On 2nd and 10, Young. Tremble with the grab. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's ETN on first down. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. This is ETN. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They'll run here on first down. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Young working from the gun. Complete to Tremble. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Rush coming for Young. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Prater puts it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here comes Williams on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They got the job done their last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And this one doesn't go far. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Dobbs. That finds Gibson, complete. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a New England first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9. Handoff now from the gun. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Dobbs. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They'll try it right with Gibson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Has it at the 7. He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Panthers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. The touchdown dropped this back to a one-possession game, so they're hoping to get some breathing room right back here. Motioning the tight end left. Young on 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw, here's Young. That pass caught by Renfro. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A tight end in motion now. Here's a give to ETN. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. and we'll move to the next.
Here's 2nd and 7. Able to get it to Moore. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. On the run, it's ETN. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Young looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now it's Young. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that brings up 4th and long. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. Prater puts it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Patriots and Joshua Dobbs headed back on offense. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Now a give, it's Gibson headed right. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. Here they come, this is 3rd and 5. Throwing his Dobbs. Connecting on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now it's Gibson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 47. Complete out to the right. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back to throw, Dobbs. That'll be complete to Hollins. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. That's complete right side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
It's complete to Hollins. And he's out of bounds very close to that marker, but it looked a tad short. Oh, and it is! That's a turnover on downs. And he's out of bounds just before the sticks, Brock, and they're going to turn it over on downs. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Young on the play action. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Young. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. From the pistol, it's Young. On the move, past the 40. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
From the 38. That's into the hands of Moore. And they get this down to the 28. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Etienne again. And he gets taken down immediately, right at the line of scrimmage. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Young. He goes back to him yet again, complete. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, Etienne gets it. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
On second down, it's Etienne. And he drives this forward to the 6. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up. On comes Matthew Wright. A lot riding on this kick. This from just 23 yards away. Prater puts it through. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Patriots running their offense out there. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his #1 premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Doms. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run the toss for Gibson. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and in what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Dobbs now. Bell on the catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. To the air, Dobbs. Hauled in left side. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Setting up the running back screen. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a New England 1st down. Now it's Dobbs. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Complete out to the right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense up to the line fast. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick,
well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Motioning one of the tight ends. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Moore going to motion over right. Here's 2nd and 14. Toward the sideline, and he's got Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Panthers up by just a couple of points. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They go right back to Etienne. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Here he is to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Panthers beginning to celebrate their win here as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Panthers are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.